I'm very grateful to Bhakti Krishna Swami, Bhakti Vinod Swami, and Bhakti Vinod Swami, and all the organizers made this retreat. We've been hosted by Ananda Kip Guru and his brother help. So, they should also receive a Haribol. I told in the beginning to have somebody did. The in a stage of devotional practice.
In the stage of devotional practice.
Raganuga Bhakti.
Raganuga Bhakti.
If you read the Chaitanya, the Nectar of Devotion.
If you read the Nectar of Devotion,
it says there are two levels of practice of devotional service.
It says that there are two levels of practice of devotional service.
One level is of ecstatic love for the Krishna.
One level is ecstatic. 4 levels of ecstatic love for Krishna.
6 levels of pure Krishna prema.
And 6 levels of pure Krishna prema.
So, the in the Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter,
So in the Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter,
Krishna tells Arjuna that he should focus his consciousness completely on him.
Krishna tells Arjuna that he should focus his consciousness completely on him.
And if he is not able to do that, then he should do the practice of Bhakti Yoga.
And if he is not able to do that, then he should do the practice of Bhakti Yoga.
So, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada tells us that doing some seva for the deities, like making garlands or cooking, doing puja, is all under the practice of devotional service.
So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada tells us that doing some seva for the deities, making garlands, cooking, like that, all of that is under, doing puja, all of that is under the auspice of devotional service.
So, most people don't connect with Krishna.
So most people don't connect with Krishna.
But the process of Bhakti Yoga is to connect regularly with Krishna.
But the process of Bhakti Yoga is to connect regularly with Krishna.
And for that, he organized our daily program in such a way that they all have a maximum connection with Krishna.
And Prabhupada, he organized our daily program in such a way that we all have a maximum connection with Krishna.
So, for many devotees who don't live in a temple community, they can also practice bhakti yoga in their house.
So many devotees who do not live in a temple community, they can also practice bhakti yoga in their house.
Of course, if you live near a temple, that's ideal.
Of course, if you live near a temple, that is ideal.
So when someone can order arti to the pictures of the deity,
So someone can offer arati to the pictures of the deities,
to the deity form,
to the deity form,
and although these forms are not installed as such, they're like worshipping pictures.
and although these forms are not installed as such, they are like worshipping pictures.
Also, one can worship the tulsi.
Also, one can worship the tulsi.
I was thinking how every family could worship tulsi.
I was thinking how every family could worship tulasi.
If you meditate on the Ganges, the Shastra says you get 100,000 times the benefit.
If you meditate on the Ganges, the Shastra says you get 100,000 times the benefit.
However, if you meditate on tulsi, you get 10 million times.
However, if you meditate on tulasi, you get 10 million times.
And installed deities are unlimited.
And installed deities are unlimited.
So, of course, here in North Talavan, by the summer all over the states, tulsi grows.
Also, of course, here in New Talavan, this is one of the states where tulasi grows
All year round.
all year round.
But in the summer, all over the states, tulsi grows.
But in the summer, all over the United States, tulsi grows.
That I saw in the whole countries like Sweden or Poland, that people grew tulsi with ultraviolet lights.
In fact, I saw in cold countries like Sweden and Poland that people grow tulasi with ultraviolet lights.
Even the sunlight only came out at 10 to 4.
Even though their sunlight only came out from 10 to 4.
And the sun was only out just an hour of that.
And even then, the sun was out only an hour of that.
But they had a very healthy tulsi plant.
But they had a very healthy tulsi plant.
So every devotee can also chant and circumambulate and do puja for the tulsi.
So every devotee can also chant, circumambulate, and worship their tulsi.
So we saw how the devotees of New Orleans, they really put their heart into this festival.
So we saw how the devotees of New Orleans really put their heart into this festival.
if someone takes up a service and they think how to execute that service.
If someone takes up a service and they think how to execute that service,
That's something cut and dry.
not just something cut and dry.
We have the thing, we have the energy, how planning. That is a kind of spontaneous bhakti in the practice level.
They have to think, they have to use their energy, and that is a kind of spontaneous bhakti on the practice level.
That helps one to reach the Raganuga platform.
So that helps one to reach the Raganuga platform.
If you do that regularly, you take up some challenges, then your ecstatic devotion for Krishna and also will.
And then if you do that regularly, if you take up some challenges, then your ecstatic devotion for Krishna will awaken.
I heard from some devotees, they said, oh, there's no temple in our state.
I heard from some devotees, they were saying, oh, there's no temple in our state,
There's no temple in our city.
or there's no temple in our city.
This is a great opportunity that they can take some initiative to do a Namhat or Bhakti Diksha.
This is a great opportunity that they can take some initiative to do a Namhata or a Bhakti Riksha.
This something which is standard, that's not as useful as doing something that you really have to put yourself out for.
Doing something that is standard is not as useful as doing something that you really have to put yourself out for.
So I'm very grateful that New Orleans devotees have put themselves out to make this a successful festival, and to the many devotees who are doing the same for this festival or for other projects.
So I'm very grateful to the New Orleans devotees who have put themselves out to put on this festival, and to the many other devotees who also put themselves out for the festival and do so for other projects as well.
There's many challenges in devotional service.
There's many challenges in devotional service.
Some of those came up in the discussions.
Some of those came up in the discussions.
What if people don't appreciate?
What if people don't appreciate?
You see, we're trying to please Guru, Guru, Gauranga, and we may not please everybody.
You see, we are trying to please Guru, Param Guru, Gauranga, so we may not please everybody.
But we should not be proud. In a humble way, we try to execute our devotional service.
We should not be proud, but in a humble way, we should try to execute our devotional service.
And if people don't appreciate what Krishna does, Guru does, Prabhupada does, then That's what really counts.
And if people don't appreciate what Guru does, and Krishna does, and Prabhupada does, then that is what really counts.
Of course, in an ideal world, we would like everybody to appreciate the other devotees.
Of course, in an ideal world, we would like everyone to appreciate the other devotees.
And someone gave me a book, How to Make Friends, and it's that Dale Carnegie book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
So somebody gave me a book, that Dale Carnegie book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
And basically the whole book can be summed up in one verse of the Shikshastra.
And basically the whole book can be summed up in one verse of the Shikshastakam.
Maybe 2 lines.
Maybe 2 lines.
Ananena, Ananena. Without appreciation, and don't expect any appreciation for yourself.
Manina Madanena. Give out appreciation and don't expect any appreciation for yourself.
That the Maharaj is helping me to see that your Bhakti Kita is growing. I'm very grateful for that.
Since the Maharajas are helping me to see that your Bhakti creeper is growing, I am very grateful to them.
Like this. Some people ask me, Maharaj, how does it, do you feel pain to be physically challenged?
Like this, some people ask me, Maharaj, do you feel pain to be physically challenged?
And basically, I don't think about that.
And basically, I don't think about that.
But since he asked, for a minute I became body conscious.
But since you asked, for a minute, I'll become bodily conscious.
And then I felt pain.
And then I felt pain.
And then I fixed my mind there on Krishna's lotus feet.
And then I fixed my mind on Krishna's lotus feet.
Prabhupada's lotus feet.
Prabhupada's lotus feet.
And I didn't feel any pain anymore.
And I didn't feel any pain anymore.
So, somehow, how to always be fixed at Krishna's lotus feet.
So somehow, how to always be fixed at Krishna's lotus feet.
Prabhupada said we should always remember Krishna.
Prabhupada said that we should always remember Krishna.
Never forget him.
And never forget him.
So, this, he also heard how we're not the body.
So in this we also hear a lot that we are not the body.
But actually, we are very much addicted to the bodily pleasures.
But actually we are very much addicted to the bodily pleasures.
And that's why Prabhupada really said so many times, we're not the body.
And that's why Prabhupada said so many times, that you are not the body.
Because it did not sink in.
Because it did not sink in.
And Krishna is so kind that he allows us a certain amount of sense gratification.
But Krishna is so kind that he allows us a certain amount of sense gratification.
And gives us instructions how we can do Yukta Vairagya.
And he gives us instructions how we can do Yukta Vairagya.
This is Lord Chaitanya Nityananda's special mercy.
This is Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda's special mercy.
So, Lord Krishna told Arjuna, be a yogi, of all things be a yogi.
So Lord Krishna told Arjuna, be a yogi. Of all things, be a yogi.
So, all of you are bhakti yogis.
So all of you are bhakti yogis.
Bhakti yogis, yoginis.
Bhakti yogis and yoginis.
So the secret is how to do so that's pleasing to Guru and Gauranga.
So the secret is how to do service that is pleasing to Guru and Gauranga.
And then Navadvip Parikramā, there's a place called Smarna Vihar.
On the Navadvip Parikrama, there's a place called Smarna Bihar. Subarna Bihar.
He's not very good at Sanskrit.
I'm not very good at Sanskrit.
So there, the king of Subarna Vihar, he was visited by Narad Muni.
So there, the king of Subarna Bihar was visited by Narad Muni.
And Narad, having mercy, he all that put bath and all his substance for Narad Muni.
And Narad Muni, he gave him a foot bath, and the king gave Narad Muni a foot bath and gave all nice receptions for Narad Muni.
Narad Muni thought, let me preach to him.
So Narad Muni thought, let me preach to him.
So he told him how he was doing the spiritual activities for his family.
So Narad told him how he was doing fruitive activities for his family.
But that the family was together like a whirlpool in the river. Sometimes the straws are brought together, and sometimes the stomach are dark.
But the family is together like a whirlpool in a river. Sometimes the straw caught in the whirlpool will come together, and at other times it will be pushed apart.
Like this, he was advising him to render devotional service.
Like this, Narad was advising him to render devotional service.
And then he mentioned that the king was king over the land of Lord Gauranga.
And then he mentioned that the king was king of the land of Lord Gauranga.
And that Gauranga would come in the Kali Yuga.
And that Gauranga would come in the Kali Yuga.
And the king said, who is this Gauranga?
And the king, he said, who is this Gauranga?
Just hearing the name, I'm very much attracted.
Just hearing the name, I am very much attracted.
So not only explain how Lord Gauranga comes in the Kali Yuga later.
So Narad Muni explained how Lord Gauranga comes in the Kali Yuga later.
And that if he chanted the name of Gauranga, he could see Lord Chaitanya.
And that if he chanted the name of Gauranga, he could see Lord Chaitanya.
He began to chant.
So he began to chant.
Gauranga. Every day he was chanting Gauranga.
Every day he was chanting Gauranga.
For a long time.
For a long time.
One day, Lord Gauranga appeared to him.
One day, Lord Gauranga appeared to him.
And he saw how Lord Gauranga's garland was hanging down to his lotus feet.
And he saw how Lord Gauranga's garland was hanging down to his lotus feet.
Lord Gauranga's hands were raised high.
And Lord Gauranga's hands were raised high.
How his eyes were like a lotus. He seemed to be almost stunning out to his ears.
His eyes were like lotuses, and they seemed to be almost splitting out to his ears.
The king was overwhelmed to see this beautiful form of Lord Chaitanya.
The king was overwhelmed to see this beautiful form of Lord Chaitanya.
And he offered his obeisances.
And he offered his obeisances.
When he looked up, the Lord was gone.
And when he looked up, the Lord was gone.
Then he began chanting again.
Then he began chanting again.
Oh, God! God! Finally, the Lord spoke to him.
Finally, the Lord spoke to him.
He said, actually, you are not ready to see me.
He said, actually, you are not ready to see me.
But I give you special mercy.
But I'll give you special mercy. I gave you special mercy.
You will come in my pastimes, and you will be known as Buddhimantaka.
You will come in my pastimes, and you will be known as Buddhimandakan.
Buddhimandakan.
Buddhimandakan. Manta?
You know, Buddhimanta Khan. He said Buddhimanta. Manta means bad with Buddhimanta means very intelligent.
So, in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya appears Buddhimantaka.
So in these pastimes of Lord Chaitanya appears Buddhimantakan.
He is the person who pays for the weddings of Lord Chaitanya.
He is the person who pays for the weddings of Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Chaitanya married Lakshmi.
Lord Chaitanya married Lakshmi Priya.
And after some time she died.
And then after some time she died.
And then Lord Chaitanya married Vishnu Priya.
And then Lord Chaitanya married Vishnu Priya.
On the Khan, he said, I want this wedding to be a royal wedding.
So Buddhimantakan, he said, I want this wedding to be bigger than any other wedding, like a royal wedding.
So he had bands, he had a program called Adidas.
So he got bands, and there was a program called Adivas.
That's held the day before.
That's held the day before.
Maybe that's the origin of the Tanasic State Party.
Maybe.
That's the origin of the Tanasic State Party.
Maybe that's the origin of the Tamasic stage party. Stag party. The origin of the Tamasic stag party.
Indians don't know that one.
Indians don't know that one.
And then they, the bridegroom, and then they, the bridegroom,
The men bathed the bridegroom,
ladies bathe the bride.
and the ladies bathed the bride.
And there's a special pot of water, and they put the name of the husband, the bridegroom, in the pot.
And there's a special pot of water, and they put the name of the husband or the bridegroom in the pot.
And they sprinkle that over the bride.
And they sprinkle that over the bride.
That should be able to keep the husband mind in the home.
That she will be able to keep the husband's mind at home.
Secret.
Secret.
And those days, this Adidas fast, he gives some snacks.
Usually, after the Adiwas passes, they give some snacks.
At the Adidas, they give some snacks.
So, as the Adivas bathing, at the Adivas bathing, they give some snacks.
So the servers complain that some people are coming for seconds.
So the servants complained that some people are coming for seconds.
What do you think the card said? Give it 5 times as much. And the door has room to go for seconds.
Buddhimantakan said, give them 5 times as much. They should have no room for any more.
Sanat Prasada fell down for more than a normal wedding.
So much prasadam fell down, more than a normal wedding.
And the next day, Lord Chaitanya marched, he walked to the city of Navadvip.
And the next day, Lord Chaitanya came up to the city of Navadvip. Marched to the city of Navadvip. Walked through the city of Navadvip.
Bands and Brahmins chanting, and all are really nice.
They had bands and brahmanas chanting, everything nice.
It was, this was the seva of Buddhimanta Khan.
Anyway, this was the seva of Buddhimanta Khan.
Well, we missed Lord Chaitanya's pastime by 500 years.
We only missed Lord Chaitanya's pastimes by 500 years.
Lord Chaitanya taught us how to worship Radha and Krishna in separation.
But Lord Chaitanya taught us how to worship Radha Krishna in separation.
Similarly, we can worship Lord Chaitanya in separation.
Similarly, we can worship Lord Chaitanya in separation.
So, if we chant Hare Krishna and dance and remember the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, that's perfection.
So if we chant Hare Krishna and dance and remember the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, that is perfection.
Remember the pastimes of Radha-kanta.
We remember the pastimes of Radha-kanta.
And we take some sumptuous prasad.
And we take some sumptuous prasad.
Michael.
Jayapataka Maharaj ki Jai. Maharaj ki Jai.
Kirtan, what is that? Grand ceremony can be done, but we can't have a nice kirtan. Now the kirtan, big kirtan, then that is in one corner, no? That is not meant to be kirtan. Kirtan leading, kirtan,